All right, here I am. Okay, I finally found something that works, I think. Okay, so look, this is called Don't Call Me Fat by J.L. Smith. Let me tell you, I did like it. I liked it. When I first started listening to it, I was like, okay, and then I went and started listening to some other. So mostly because I do that. I'll run around and go look at stuff. But this time I said, let's go ahead and look at it, because this thing had me rolling. I was laughing. I'm gonna tell you something. It was good. And so Ophelia, she decided that she wanted to make a change, and the catalyst for her change was the new boy in school. The new boy in town. That was the catalyst for her change. But I'm gonna tell you something. The takeaway on that, I feel, is just keep it healthy. And she made a good change. She said, listen, I'm always disregarded by my mom, and everybody just kind of tiptoes around me because I'm a little bigger than, my sister or whatever. I'm deemed fat by everybody. And I want to do something different because this boy cute. And he was like a motivator for her. And sometimes it be like that. It's okay. Stay healthy with it. Take the motivation. If it's a motivator, it's okay. You could be inspired. You can let love inspire you, baby. And so she did that. And she got a little obsessed. She had a little bout. She had a little drought. You know what I mean? And he was there every step of the way. He got paired with her. And apparently he just kept trying to make the moves on her in a good way. Like, I guess in a good way for a teenager, right? But he just kept trying to make the moves on her. And so she finally got with it, though. She, they decided that they liked each other. And there's that. But because of her little drought, whatever, her parents decided to be drastic. And, she normally would go with her father, places or whatever, because it's almost kind of like the kid they don't know what to do with. And that's what it felt like, the way the author wrote it. So I think J.L. Smith did a good job with all of this. And the banter, the conversations and everything like that. I think it was a great job. Most definitely a good read. With the boy, I ain't gonna lie, it was such a good write that I was into the emotions. I'll be trying to get into the emotions when the people are doing their thing, when they're writing, and I'm there. I want to, I know it's gonna be good. And I was getting into the emotions. And when she got bullied, oh my gosh, I was right there. I was with her friend. Okay, so notwithstanding the fact that her father and them, and I'm coming off of the other video, her father and them decided to be drastic, and they, she went out to an island, and she found out that the father's company with the island were, obviously in a conflict, where she went on her run because she was getting her exercise on like I'm doing. And so you gotta get the proportions right, you know what I mean? And so anyway, then going to dinner, found out that the boy Cole was there. Cole was one of her antagonizers in high school with Bethany, okay? Bethany didn't like her for whatever reason and always made fun of her very cruelly, called her fat, had other people do it, made sure other people were mean to her. And apparently Cole said that's what would happen with him. Oh, excuse me. They were all obviously rich. Cole had a lot of excuses. He, I don't know what that was about. I guess he wanted some attention, and he did that. He would do things to make it to. They had a great time, but he made sure that the attention grabbing thing happened toward the end of everything. Apparently, when he drinks, he's a rapist or whatever, And some people is like that, so you gotta be careful, right? Watch your friends. So, watch who you call your friends, right? And so, Michael, the new boy, who was all like, we're soulmates and I think you're great, blah, blah, blah. Man, that boy turned coat so dang old quick. Woo, Pisces. Let me tell you, I'm a Pisces. Let me tell you something. Pisces, man. And I loved how J.L. Smith was like, yo, you know, gave him signs and, you know, gave birthdays and stuff like that. So she was a Cancer and he was a Pisces. So yeah, you're right. They're gonna get along, and not only are they gonna get along, it's gonna be all heartfelt and mushy gushy. You know what I'm saying? And of course they're gonna feel like they were meant for each other, and of course they're gonna feel like soulmates and everything else in the book. But when I tell you a Pisces, especially a Pisces man, will turn cold on your tail so damn quick, baby, you wouldn't even know what's going on with him, because, and then he'll pretend, and then he'll be the victim when you the victim. And that's what J.R. Smith wrote, baby. That boy was the victim. She was truly the victim, but he was the victim. And then how you gonna go and say yes to the girl that just bullied the girl you said you loved? What? Girl, J.R. Smith, make it right. Make it right. She did, though. Now, what J.R. Smith did do, I ain't gonna lie, she got Michael sitting up in here like a whole weirdo. I'm serious. I'm hot. She had Michael like a whole weirdo after a while. He was just like, actually, it's the makers of another damn book. It's the makers of a book like 10 years later, 4 kids later, I don't know what the hell happened type of thing. Like, that literally could go either or right here. Literally, it could go right like, oh, he's the best ever. And then the other way could be like, I don't know what the fuck was what was I thinking? Like, this is a nightmare. Because he was like, he gonna turncoat her, right? You know, and it was crazy. I wish he would have delved a little bit. You know, J.R. Smith could have delved a little bit about, you know, the dream, you know what I mean? But, you know, as a writer, it's your world, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever you want. You got the power of the pen or the clicking of the finger, so it is your business on how you want to do that. Well, so anyway, so the cold boy snapped the photo, gave her a lot of publicity, right? He had given her expensive gifts. Why Michael ain't say I ain't give you that? Why the author have Michael say, yo, that's a dope piece you got on there, where you get it from? You know what I mean? Oh, I thought I got it from you. But maybe obviously it would have changed the course of the whole thing, you know. Or like when he came back, you know, the author had Michael in his Piscean way, baby, and going, I don't want to talk to you. Then all of a sudden he want to talk, and she the best thing since sliced bread, and she all for it as a Cancer. Come on, y'all better write according to these daggone astrological signs, because the author did that one. But that's why I said it could go either way for this Pisces man. Let me tell you something, because it was either he beat the boy up or whatever, and he did the petty. He did the Pisces petty. At the end of that thing, he gonna put that thing up here. Let me tell you something. Now, that's a Pisces petty. I don't know who this author is, but clearly this author knows what they're doing. Clearly this author knows what's going on. Okay? Because I was like, for real? And of course, the Cancer, Ophelia, who's the main character, you know, was all like, why you do that? You trying to get that type of attention? That's a Cancer. Cancer woman, she ain't trying to get that type of attention. You know what I'm saying? Her having a little, you know, on the I don't want to say dumpy side, but having a little weight or whatever, that's a Cancer. You know what I'm saying? Cancers can pick on a little weight. You know what I'm saying? It's a Cancer attribute or whatever. So yeah, that could be a Cancer trait, you know, the gathering of weight. But she was losing that weight, and she really did that. You know what I mean? And you know, maybe that's going into the Leo, like she was, you know, with the attention and all of that, or what have you, and having the discipline, you know, or being obsessed. You know what I mean? That's more going into the opposite, which would be her Capricorn, and that's cool too. I mean, that happened. You know what I'm saying? But she became regimented because of her dealing with Michael. But Michael was something else, baby. The way that I like how the author wrote how Michael the Pisces set the tone to give out the dream. Because a Pisces, especially a Pisces man, can put you on a dream quest that you would never know. You'd be like, oh, I think so. And then it had that Cancer girl sucking it up like, oh yeah, This is forever. And then had that girl in depression mode. Cancer. Oh my gosh. Couldn't even get out of it. Almost. Ooh. So anyway, they got that thing together. Now the reason why I say this here, either this could totally go into another book. I mean, literally, the new story halfway writes itself, but it could go one or two ways with this Pisces man. Either they are 10 years later and they have 4 kids, and he's the best thing since sliced bread because he got some counseling, because he got a little rough a little bit during the college years, and they had to get it together, and he became a smashing businessman, groomed for his father's company. Or he just became unbearable, still the businessman that his father wanted him to be, reluctantly, right? And so frustrated with everything that he began beating on his wife. Because come on, he was doing the most. Talking about, so anybody tell you that they're possessive multiple times, you need to side eye them and really think about if you're gonna be with them. Anybody that's all like, oh, I'll be with you forever, and I'm do all this other stuff that's a little bit too much after a while, baby, you need to pay attention. And so, like I said, the next book will write itself. I think the author did a great job. Don't Call Me Fat by J.L. Smith. And you see the one and the other, because she did her transformation. It was just a good book. The takeaway is, don't be afraid to do the right thing and do the right thing for you. Even if something or someone else became the initial catalyst, it's okay to take that plunge into what's good, right, and healthy for you and keep it going. Okay? You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.